Good morning, everyone. So I thought I would spend a little bit of time showing one of the advantages of PDF files and how to create them and using other programs. So the one I'm going to bring up here, we're going to do it through Google Drive. And this is, our residential service contract. This is the short version. This is the one you find online that you can buy and pay for. And so, you type up your document the way you want it. And lay it out. And then instead of printing it, which with Google Drive, with Google Cloud Print going away, that's going to change things. So what you end up doing is you download it as a PDF. And once you've downloaded it, there it is. You open it up and it'll open up in your PDF viewer, whatever your PDF viewer is. Now, in this case, I'm using Google Chrome as my PDF viewer, but you can use Adobe Reader, you can use Foxit, any number of things, but you can use this as your PDF. Now, PDFs are really nice because they're uneditable. Well, in theory, you can buy software, expensive software to edit PDF files, but generally they're not editable, and so they most times are considered legally binding documents, especially if there is a signature. And so when it's in PDF format like this, you can email it, and the person who receives it receives a document that most times cannot be edited. They can read the information. If they want to make changes, then they have to email changes back to you. But this is really good for contracts, because you can't change it. So, or after the fact, for that matter. So, like I said, unless you have very expensive PDF editing software, there's some free ones out there, but they're not really good. And anytime you edit a PDF, it puts a tag in there that, hey, this has been edited, so it's been manipulated. But yeah, you create a PDF by just simply, like I said, showed there, you do file download, and you can create a PDF. And then you can, email this, post it, whatever, and it generally cannot be tampered with. And so when you're doing business dealings, whether it be a service contract, an invoice, however you want to do it, or whatever you want to use it for, PDFs are really nice because they are small, they are concise, they are universal, and like I said, they generally can't be tampered with. So PDFs are nice in that regards, and there's a lot of different PDF things out there. So this is how you do it through Google Drive. Like I said, you just go over here, find your document, and go down to download and PDF. You can put it in other formats, obviously, but PDF is how I did it, and of course you've seen how it opened. It looks almost identical. So in that regards, like I said, if someone agrees to it or whatever, usually if you're asking for a signature, there are add-ons you could do for digital signatures, and digital signatures are now legally binding and recognized. And what they do is they put a script down here. As you see mine, it says digital signature to acknowledge that it is a digital signature. But if you're asking someone to do a digital signature online, and this is true for car loans, if you've seen this lately with car loans, or if you bought a house recently, some other financial transactions, they are doing PDFs where you have to do a digital signature. You create a script, and then you sign it and you initial it. And what it does in the background is also, along with your signature, it's capturing the date, time, and your IP address, which is, 3 pieces of information they need to validate where you signed it out, when you signed it at, and validating it was you. So, those are also tools you could use that if you find credit fraud on your credit report, you can ask someone to send you a copy of the signature, and then you can have someone look at it and see where it was signed. And if you were nowhere near that area, that's how you can test it. So, but yeah, that's how you do PDFs in Google Drive. Now, if you wanted to do it in other software packages like Microsoft Word, let me copy this. And I forgot, with Google Drive, you have to use the keyboard shortcut. And we'll open this up in Word. Word does the same capabilities. We'll get it opened here. Blank document. Maximize it so people can see it. You paste it. One more time. Huh, maybe I did not copy it properly. My apologies. Let me grab this again. Copy. See, even technology gets the best of us. There we go. So from here, again, same thing. You do file save as. Put it in the location you want to put it in. Again, important to know where that is. And then instead of changing it to a Word document, you can change it to PDF. There it is, PDF. And then you could save it, and that makes it into a PDF format. And like I said, those are important things to know for, like I said, if you're doing invoices, if you're doing contracts, agreements. And let me find it for you in my documents here so you can see it. Oh, there it is. So in this particular case, Foxit is opening up the PDF file. Oh, not responding. That's because it probably hasn't been updated, but there it goes. And there's the PDF file. I like Foxit because it gives you more control. But there it is. So there it is in PDF. So like I said, with PDFs, they are generally uneditable. If they are edited or tampered with, there's some type of document trail there embedded in the document itself that lets you know that it has been altered in some way. So PDFs are a wonderful thing. Like I said, you can create your document in Word or Google Drive, or if you're using a spreadsheet, you can actually do it in Excel. And you can create the PDF, send it to where it needs to go, have the person review it, and they can either, we still do it this way because I don't want to pay the money for digital signatures because it is not cheap. But we just tell people if you agree to it, you know, in this particular case, you saw that there's a, you know, by sending us your payment, you're agreeing to this terms, but however you word it for your agreements, it's fine. So in this particular case, by, you know, sending a payment, you're agreeing to the terms because it's linked back to this. But if you're doing a more traditional agreement, you can go with, hey, print this off, sign here, scan it back. And signatures with scans are, again, legally binding also. You just scan it back into a PDF, send it back to the original sender, and you're, you know, all set. So one of the other things that we do is, like, if we do have someone comes in and signs a paper residential service contract or any other agreement for that matter, once they sign it, we run it through our scanner in PDF format and put it in their file. So that way we have a digital copy of it, and then we file the paper one away. Because when it comes to our local courts, kind of funny thing is judges like to see ink, with the exception of the bigger companies where they can get away with the digital signatures. If you're a small company like me, they prefer to see ink or some type of proof. Ink is always still good, but if you've only got a digital copy and it's validated, that works too. So, but that's the joys of PDFs and how they are important for everyday life. You know, it's kind of like how old fax machines still work. If you received a fax with the signature on it, that was valid. So, but anyways, if you found this useful, like, share, and subscribe to the video. If you don't have a Google account, you can always go over to our Facebook. There is a donation link in the video description below. If you would like to donate to the cause so we can keep producing videos for you, that's great. If you have computer problems, give us a call. Here's the number. Give us a call, schedule a time, and you can either come to us or we can come to you if you're in our service area, and we'll get you taken care of. You guys have a great day. Talk to you later.